ngiti sa bawat padala.
Dollar Smart 99 cents App Store, located at 4811 Diesel Beach Way in Richmond. Telephone number 604-207-0072.
Philippine News Canada is brought to you by Rayford Media Group.
Hello mga kabayan, narito na ang pinalawak at pinalakas na coverage ng Philippine News Canada, Balitang Vancouver, Nationwide. Mga pangunahing balitang nakalap ng aming news team para sa linggong ito. Mula sa silid balitaan ng Philippine News Canada, kasamang aming mga field reporters and news correspondents, ako po si Rosette Correa. Ito ang Philippine News Canada, Balitang Vancouver. Narito na ang mga pangunahing balita para sa linggong ito. John Horgan sumumpa na bilang Premier ng BC. Mga residente ng Williams Lake pina-evacuate. RP Blue Girls nagkamit ng 6th place sa softball championships. Phil-American author naglabas ng libro tungkol sa nature conservation. Isang evacuation order ang inisyu para sa City of Williams Lake and surrounding areas sa patuloy na paglaban ng wildfires in the area. Mahigit na 24,000 na ang na-evacuate sa lugar na iyon. Narito ang report mula sa Williams Lake. Sinabi ng Emergency Management BC umalis ang mga residente at mag-evacuate ng Williams Lake patungong south. Sinabi rin ng Thompson-Nicola Regional District na bibigyan ng impormasyon ang mga evacuees sa Little Fort. Wala daw sa immediate threat ngunit ang mga kalye papunta roon ay mapeligro. Ayon kay Cariboo Regional District Chair Al Richmond, kapag nasarahan ang 100, mahihirapan ng umalis sa lugar ang mga tao doon. Sinabi ng munisipyo na patayin muna ang mga linya ng tubig at kuryente bago umalis ng bahay nila. Sinabihan din sila na dalhin nila ang kanilang mga ID at mga gamot. Pinababalik naman ang mga residente ng Cache Creek sa kanilang mga bahay dahil safe nang bumalik ang mga ito. Nanumpa na bilang 36th Premier ng BC si NDP John Horgan matapos ang 16 years ng majority government. Si Horgan at ang kanyang gabinete ay nanumpa noong Martes sa Victoria sa pamamagitan ni Lieutenant Governor Judith Cuchon. Narito ang report mula sa Victoria.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, Shimshan dancers, Chief Planis, Shirley from Souk Nation, thank you so much for joining us here on the traditional territories of the Coast Salish people. Making a little history today, and I'm excited to be here with 11 men and 11 women representing the Executive Council of British Columbia.
Pangungunahan ni Horgan ang minority government of 41 MLAs propped up by BC Greens 3-member caucus kasama ang BC Liberals na 43 MLAs. I will work as hard as ever worked before to make sure I live up to the commitments I made during the election campaign, to ensure that we're reducing the cost on people, to ensure that the services they count on are there for them, and to ensure that this great economy works not just for the few, but for everybody. Sinabi ni Horgan sa kanyang kauna-unahang speech. Sa isang statement released Tuesday, binati ni Green leader Andrew Weaver si Horgan sa kanyang bagong posisyon at pinuri niya ang minority government as a chance to change BC politics. Ayon kay Weaver, ang pagkakaroon ng minority government ang magbabalanse sa hyper-partisan status quo. Sinabi niya na ang challenge ng bagong gobyerno ay ang paglalagay ng mga British Columbians ahead of political calculation. Inappoint ni Horgan ang isang gender-balanced cabinet with 22 ministers, 11 men and 11 women. Nag-appoint siya ng 6 ministers from Vancouver at Vancouver Island, 3 from Surrey, 5 from Metro Vancouver municipalities, at 3 naman from other parts of BC. 14 ministers come from Metro Vancouver.
My loving family, my beautiful, spectacular, stellar wife, Ellie.
Isang matagumpay na namang pag-stage ng Right Here, Right Now ang ginanap sa Hayward, California. Ang proceeds ng benefit musical ay para pa rin sa Answering the Cry of the Poor at para sa All Saints Parish sa Hayward. Ang musical ay isinulat ng mga Filipino-Canadians na sina Mikey at Trisha Jose. Narito ang ilang highlights ng original musical. Nagkaroon ng dalawang sold-out shows ang grupo at nilahukan ito ng mga parishioners at ng dalawang parish priests. Inimbitang muli ang grupo na gawin ang musical sa Union City sa California din sa susunod na taon. Kinumpirma ng Malacanang na nais ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte na palawagin ang martial law sa Mindanao hanggang katapusan ng Disyembre 2017 at hindi lamang sa loob ng 60 days. Narito ang report mula sa Davao. Batay sa sulat o report ni Pangulong Duterte na ipinadala sa Kongreso na binasa ni Presidential Spokesman Ernesto Abella sa press briefing, sinabi nitong matapos ang personal na masusing pag-aaral sa sitwasyon sa Marawi City at ibang bahagi ng Mindanao at pagkonsidera sa rekomendasyon ng Secretary of National Defense na siyang Martial Law Administrator, AFP Chief of Staff na siyang implementer at ng Chief of PNP, nabuo ang conclusion na hindi pa tuluyang masusugpo ang rebelyon sa Mindanao hanggang July 22 na siyang huling araw ng martial law sa rehiyon. Ayon sa Pangulong Duterte, kaya dahil dito at para sa seguridad ng publiko, kanyang hiniling na palawigin ang martial law at suspensyon ng privilege of writ of habeas corpus sa buong Mindanao hanggang December 31, 2017 o depende sa period na idedetermina ng Kongreso. Hindi naman makumpirma ni Abella kung nagbago ang naunang desisyon ni Pangulong Duterte na hanggang 60 days ang nais nitong extension sa martial law. Inihayag ni Abella na basta batay sa sulat ni Pangulong Duterte sa Kongreso, hanggang katapusan ng taon ay nais niyang i-extend ang martial law. Ang joint session ng Kongreso ay gaganapin sa Batasang Pambansa Complex bandang alas 9 ng umaga ng Sabado. Nagkamit ng 5 gold medals at 5 silver medals ang mga atleta ng Pilipinas sa World Taekwondo Culture Exposition in Muju, South Korea. Narito ang report mula sa Maynila. Ilan sa mga nanalo ang nag-represent ng Ateneo de Zamboanga. Nanalo ng mga medalya sina Cesar Basilio, gold medal under 35 years old, second black belt. Micah Torres, gold medal under 16 years old brown belt. Algene Amiruddin, silver medal under 16 years old, first Dan black belt. Mary Amiruddin, silver under 14 years old red belt. Don Mustafa Loong II, silver under 10 years old brown belt. At Said Faris Long, silver under 8 years old red belt. Mga 2,000 athletes mula sa iba't ibang bansa sa Asia, Middle East, Australia, Africa, Europe, and America ang lumahok sa competition na may iba't ibang brackets and divisions for varying age groups. Natapos ang World Taekwondo Culture Exposition noong July 18. Si Almira Astudillo Giles ay isa sa mga pinagpipitagang manunulat sa Phil-American community. Isa rin siyang nature conservationist at nabigyan siya ng Distinguished Alumni Award for Cultural and Natural Resource Conservation or Preservation from the University of the Philippines Alumni Association. Nag-launch si Almira ng kanyang bagong libro na Hotspot Cool Country, Biodiversity in the Philippines sa Metrotown Community Hall at Philippine Consulate General noong July 10 at July 14. Ito ay sponsored ng UP Alumni Association in BC at One Philippine Alumni Association in BC. Nakapanayam ng PNC Balitang Vancouver si Almira sa kanyang book launch. Hello mga kabayan, nandito po tayo ngayon sa Metrotown Community Hall kung saan makakausap natin isang author, isang Filipino-American author na nagsulat ng isang libro tungkol sa biodiversity sa Pilipinas. Kilalanin po natin si Almira Astudillo Giles. Hello Almira.
Hi, thank you for inviting me.
And welcome to Canada.
Wow, you have a beautiful place. I love British Columbia. Yeah.
So a while ago we were talking about the genre of the field of literature that you write. Ano ba itong book na sinulat mo na Hotspot, Cool Country?
Yeah, so it's Hotspot Cool Country, Biodiversity in the Philippines. It's meant for children, but because it has a lot of information about the natural resources of the Philippines, it's really for anybody who's interested in biodiversity. I worked with a lot of scientists on it, so it's a non-fiction book, yes.
Paano ka naman na-involve sa conservation society or conservation of the Philippine biodiversity?
Yeah. So, madami akong projects sa Pilipinas. I am an avid marine conservationist kasi lumaki ako sa Puerto Galera. So, ever since I was young, I liked, the ocean. And so, every time I'd go to the Philippines to do my my livelihood projects, I would meet scientists who are involved in studying our plants and our animals. So, out of that idea came a book about our rich natural resources.
So itong mga scientists na ito sa Philippines, sila yung mga nag-udyok sa'yo na gawin itong librong to?
Yeah, so bali, I'm also a research associate kasi at the National Museum of the Philippines. And so they said, the school children, wala silang libro talaga about our natural resources. And, it's sad kasi we have one of the most unique species anywhere in the world. Yung mga ibang hayop at halaman, hindi mo makikita sa ibang lugar. And so I thought, well, it's about time that somebody writes about all of this and what's current. Ang alam lang nila is the tamaraw and, but there's so much more. Yeah.
So, during the time that you were writing this book, anong mga na-discover mo tungkol sa ating nature sa Pilipinas?
Well, that we have the center of biodiversity in the Philippines when it comes to our oceans. So there are scientists from all over the world who come to the Philippines just to research. And especially, for example, sa oceans natin, every time they dive down, they find 100 new species. Can you imagine? They don't see anywhere else. So talagang sayang kung hindi nating alagaan yung mga resources natin.
Anong masasabi mo, anong ma-advise mo sa ating mga kababayan tungkol sa ating kapaligiran?
Ay nako, that we have to start now. Talagang we have to start conserving our resources now. It's not yet too late, but we're getting there. So please take care of our environment. Yeah.
Paano ka naman nagsimula as a writer?
Well, ever since I was young and growing up, spending my summers in Puerto Galera, I would start writing poetry and, if you have the passion for it, then it's natural, di ba? You have to express yourself, yeah.
At sinabi mo rin na hindi talaga literature ang field mo.
Hindi nga. I have a PhD in social sciences and actually undergrad ko in UP is psychology. I was actually in pre-med. And then I switched. So I have a degree also in political science, labor relations. So wala talaga sa literature, which goes to show you that you have to develop your writing skills early, and then you could reasonably have some success there as long as you continue to write. Yeah.
Well, it's truly an honor to have you here with us in Canada and for you to present the book to us. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be here. Thank you.
Nag-rank ng 6th out of 14 teams ang Philippine women's softball team at tinalo nito ang mga team ng Australia at Canada sa World Cup of Softball sa Surrey noong isang linggo. Ito ay matapos nilang lumaban din at mag-rank ng 17th sa World Softball Championships sa Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, USA. Narito ang report mula sa Surrey. Hello mga kabayan, kasama po natin ngayon ang head coach ng Philippine Women's Softball Team or the Blue Girls, ang kanilang head coach, si Coach Randy Dizer. Kumusta po, sir?
Hi, good evening. Kumusta? Kumusta sa lahat?
Congratulations po sa inyong mga victories sa tournament na ito.
Yeah, thank you very much also. Actually, it's this year is the best performance ng team.
Kumusta po ang makeup ng team this year? Is this one of our strongest teams?
Yes, actually as per our head si Boss John Henry, as far as he is concerned, ang target niya is to put up the best possible team for the 2020 Olympics. We are trying to make it. So hopefully with the performance of the team now and we have seen yung konting mga glitches o adjustment na we will do, and hopefully by next year we'll know how strong the team is.
Anong klaseng training po ba ang dinadaanan ng ating team in order for them to be a winning team?
Actually, pahirapan yan sa all our local players that are based in Manila. They train every day, morning and afternoon, and we coordinate it with all our PLAMs here who prepare individually. So actually, ang target namin is for us to be able to be together for a longer period before each tournament. We are preparing for the tournament this coming November, which is the Asian Championship that tournament will serve as the qualifying for the World Championship next year in Tokyo, and also the Asian Games qualifying for Indonesia.
Ano po ang composition ng team natin? Are there some? You mentioned some PhilAm po.
We have PhilAms. There's actually 17 of them tried out. 11 made it to the team right now. We have 18 tried out also from our national team local. 13 made it to the team. So it's a combination of PhilAm and local. So we're trying to hopefully by November, before the November tournament, we will trim it down to 20 players.
Ano po ang qualifications ng isang softball athlete in order to get into the team?
It's all mindset, strong hitting, then actually there's an advantage by the PhilAms because they have more games, they have the facilities, but hindi na lumalayo local natin. They're there. So as far as I'm concerned, I think this is the best possible team that we will be able to form. Combination of local and PhilAms, and with the help that we are getting from the government and our President John Henry Luiler, I think we're there. We're almost there.
So ano po ang game plan natin for the team in the next 5 years?
Game plan is continue training, continue scouting our opponents, and at the same time join more international tournaments for exposure and for the team to play cohesively as a team.
Gano'n na po katagal ini-sponsor ni Mr. Luilier yung team natin?
John has been with softball almost all his life, but he was the president for the last 10 years. This is his 10th year now, so his target is to really make it to the 2020 Olympics, and he's serious about it. Yeah.
Well, more power to you, Coach, and more power to your team po.
Again, thank you very much. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Thank you very much kay Ray. Maraming salamat sa Filipino community who always stay with us, who gives us what we need, who supports us from transportation, for food, everything. Parang nanay, tatay na namin silang lahat. Maraming salamat.
Thank you po ulit. Pwede niyo pong batiin ang aming mga viewers?
For all the viewers, we promise nothing less. We will try our best to make it to the 2020 Olympics, but with your help, with your support, keep on supporting our national team, keep on supporting our Blue Girls. Maraming salamat.
Hello sir, kumusta po?
Mabuti naman po at medyo malapit nang umuwi dahil gusto na namin umuwi.
Kumusta naman po ang accommodations ninyo dito sa Canada?
Okay naman po. As a matter of fact, yung hotel na tinitirahan namin ngayon, yun din ang tinirahan namin last year nung nandito kami para sa World Championships.
And kumusta naman po ang reception ng mga Canadians sa ating team?
Kung ang Canadians, okay naman po. Maayos naman nila kaming tinanggap. Kahit na tinalo natin sila ng 2 beses, hindi naman sila, okay naman. Ano lang yan, it's just a game and tournament naman yan. Talagang ganon. Although, syempre kami, para sa aming team, isang malaking accomplishment na po yun because beating the number 3 in the world twice, malaking bagay ho yun.
Balita ko po, balak po nating makaabot ng Olympics.
Yes, actually, simula nung earlier this year na pagkasunduan ng Amateur Softball Association of the Philippines through our president na si Mr. John Henry Luidir at yung ASA Field Board, meron kaming nilayout na 3-year plan on the way to the qualifying for the Olympics sa 2020. So, we have actually started by joining these tournaments, itong ang World Cup at yung Canada Cup. At after itong Asian Championships, definitely next year we'll have 3 or 4 more tournaments to join. On the way to the na po yan, hopefully maka-qualify tayo. Okay, magandang gabi na nga pala, kahit na may araw. Magandang gabi sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa PNC. Sana pagbalik namin, supportahan nyo pa rin kami. At nagpapasalamat din kami actually, simula last year, nung nandito kami last year, ang laking tulong po ng ating Filipino community dito sa Canada, specifically sa Surrey and Vancouver areas. Salamat at sana wag ho kayong magsawang tumulong sa amin at suportahan kami at mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Congratulations, Francesca.
Thank you, thank you.
So, what made a difference this year?
Nothing in particular. I think we just really wanted it more this year. We've been working hard for the past couple of years and finally it was all put together this year.
How long have you been with the team?
I've been with the team since 2012, 2013. Yeah.
And what's the plan for you and the team in the next 5 years?
We're going to qualify for the Olympics. I really believe that. I really think we will. And we're going to work hard for it. We had pretty good results this tournament and we're just starting. We just got together like a week or two before the tournaments, and the longer we're together, the better it'll be for us.
So what's the training like for the team?
It's pretty rigorous. Like we work really hard. Like every day we're in pain, we're tired, but it's really worth it. If we know what we're fighting for, we know what we want, and it's really just worth it. Like we'll do anything to get there.
And you and the other girls on the team, you're all still in school?
No, I graduated already. I graduated recently. A lot of us have graduated or just graduated. So some are still in school. But either way, we make our schedules work.
Can you give us an example of what a training schedule is like?
Personally, like my training schedule is because I have work, I go to the gym from 5 to 7 in the morning, then I go to field from 7 to 11 in the morning, and I go straight to the office until 7 p.m. And then I maybe do a night workout and then repeat all over again.
So is it the same? Is it similar to all the other girls?
Those who aren't working or those who don't have school have a morning schedule for training, the field training, and then they have like a gym or conditioning session in the afternoon.
So how was Canada for all of you? Was it a good experience?
Canada was a great experience. We were here last year too, and it was, still one of the best experiences I've had. Like Canada is great. Like the people are great. The Filipino community is probably the best I've ever, experienced. Like I've been in around a couple of places already, like states and other countries, and Canada probably has the most supportive Filipino community.
Well, congratulations again and more power to you, and hopefully to see you in the Olympics.
Thank you, thank you. Hi, I'm Francesca Altamonte, captain of the Philippine national softball team, the Blue Girls. I'd like to thank personally all the Filipinos who came out and supported us this tournament, cheered for us. You really inspired us to do our best. Mabuhay!
Mga kababayan, summer na po. Huwag niyong kalilimutang mag-sunblock tuwing aalis kayo ng bahay at tuwing pupunta kayo sa beach. Huwag niyo pong kalilimutan, kailangan protektahan natin ang ating mga balat. Nagpapasalamat po kami sa aming mga sponsor, ang Dollar Smart 99 cents and up store sa Richmond, ang Kabalen Sweets Restaurant and Catering. Maraming salamat po. Napakasarap ng halo-halo. Huwag niyong kalimutang mag-order sa kanila. Ang iRemit, may ngiti sa bawat padala. At ang Kumare Restaurant and Bakery, syempre sa Richmond, Delta at sa Joyce Street sa Vancouver. Maraming salamat po. At dito na naman nagtatapos ang aming balita para sa linggong ito. Kung kayo'y may mga komento, mga issue o balitang nais ninyong ibahagi sa aming programa, ang PNC ay bukas para sa inyong lahat. Mag-email lamang po sa balitangvancouver@gmail.com o tumawag sa 604-588-6397. Ako po si Rosette Correa at ito ang Philippine News Canada, Balitang Vancouver.
Dollar Smart 99 cents App Store, located at 4811 Diesel Beach Way in Richmond. Telephone number 604-207-0072.
Mag-iRemit, iRemit, may ngiti sa bawat padala.
iRemit, may ngiti sa bawat padala.